Hi guys, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're looking at a 1992 Mitsubishi Delica high roof, 4-wheel drive, turbo diesel with 5-speed manual transmission and gear set for high range and low range gears. This vehicle bought from auction is going to be sent to the USA. Start off with a peek at the engine, but it is a diesel and so it is noisy. In fact, it's idling a little bit high. It does have an idle screw in order to change the idle up and down. I think it's just set to high idle right now. Engine sounds really good. And so mechanically the car looks great. Super great. Just check that idle. Huh. Nope, set down to the minimum. Turn that off, and now we get to hear the lovely sound of the cicadas looking for partners. Okay, so we'll go inside, outside the vehicle, check the condition, and give you a review of it. So let's first go over the auction sheet. This is the information given to us from the auction. 1992 Delica 3500 is high roof. 2.5 liter, auction grade 3 interior C, 105 240 kilometers, 5-speed with AC. They didn't circle it, but it also has power steering, power windows, and that's it. Okay, engine is a 4D56, super reliable engine, 5-speed manual car. AC doesn't work. It's funny because when I tested it, it seemed like the AC was working. Could be that it's just not working that well. Okay, interior is dirty, wheels scratched, and it says rust on it, but that's kind of funny. It's not actually rust because it's made out of aluminum, but you can see those squiggly lines on it. That's aluminum corrosion. Rust only rusts when there's iron, but aluminum can corrode over time and exposure to the atmosphere. Okay, so underside surface rust and 1 part corrosion. Couldn't find the corrosion myself, but that doesn't mean that it's not there. With a lift you can see much more than I can see just peeking underneath. Seat, 1 part covers on it. I'll show you when we get to the interior. There's a belt squeal, which I couldn't hear. Various scratches and dents. And then looking at the body here, we have S2 and W3, and so that's mild rust and bad repaint on the front. Now the minor rust is on things like this and on these. And the bad repaint is all on the white bar on the front. Take a close look, you can see it was repainted over areas that had rusted. And up here too. Now it looks really good from here. You can't notice any of that. And the white bar on there looks really good for this color of the car. And then the paint is actually a pearl paint and has like a light blue, dark blue, depending on how the sun's hitting it. You probably won't be able to see any of that in the video, especially since it's not sunny. Look at that sky. Yeah. It's cloudy like this, and it's 36 degrees right now. Crazy. So 105 240 kilometers, blue 2-tone original paint, and peeling paint on the roof, and U3 dents. I'll show you the peeling paint. You can actually see it from the bottom. The U3s you can't see because the car's taller than I am, but they're not that big, and I did get pictures of them for the rest of the report. C1 is light rust on both sides here. Let me show you those. One is here. Okay, and it's right on the black, and so it's a little bit difficult to see. This one here is about 3 times the size of that one. And on the body, that's the only rust that I could find. Okay, U2 dent here. Seems mild to me. In fact, the body looks better in person than it looks like on this sheet. A2 scratches on the back and paint peeling on the back, as well as paint peeling on the front. You can kind of see it from the front there. Here's person height, so you can see it just a little bit, and then once you jump, like, whoa, then you can see more peeling paint up there. Okay, so let's go around the vehicle. Has the big mirror on the front there for good visibility. Projector headlights, of course, 4-wheel drive on it. Automatic locking hubs. This is a color that's not very common, and so it's really nice Nice to see them in different colors. They come a lot in like forest greens and blacks and white. This color's nice, I think. It's relaxing and calm. Okay, someone said that this tree is the most famous tree in Japan right now. I don't think that's the case, but a lot of people do know about it now. Okay, it looks good from the side here. There's big mushrooms right now. These just grew in the last day. Look at that. JDM mushrooms. In fact, this one's already been picked. Huh. I bet if you eat it, you'll die. I'll put it here, and then we'll see what happens to it. And then, every video we can go around JDM tree, and we can visit the JDM mushrooms until somebody takes them. Okay, I think the projector headlights are really cool looking, especially for how old the vehicle is. This one here, what year is that? 92, and so we're at 25 years old. I think those headlights came in 1990 for the Delica. Okay, so let's go into the front. Oh, let me just show you. Here's the peeling paint. You won't be able to see it very well there. The other side you will. So it's about the same on both sides. There's this little plastic piece, and it's peeling. As far as other damages go, back bumper has some peeling. A piece of the license plate is off here. I don't know what's going on here. When we received it, the license plate was taped on, and so this damage was done before. I'll probably have to take this off so that it doesn't create these circular scratches anymore. Back bumper has a bit of rust on it. Four-wheel drive mud flaps. Okay, lots of room for those tires to go up into the tire wells, and good approach and departure angle for doing your off-roading. I've never actually gone off-roading in this. I would love to do it once. Back up mirror to show you how far your rear bumper is. So you see from that rear view mirror into this mirror, and then straight down you can see how far away you are from things. And this mirror on the front does the same thing here. You look here, and then you can see the front, how far you are away. And you have all the letters there. That's extra lucky. Sometimes those letters go missing. The glue on the back comes off. Door card is a little bit deformed here. You can see it's saggy in some areas and then comes up here. Steering wheel has a fair amount of wear on it. Now the inside of the car has a very powerful bad smell. It's something that is very uncommon on cars from Japan to be this stinky, and it's going to need a really good cleaning in order to get that smell out. I'm sorry. You can see on the floor you have some rust damage in the centerpiece there. In fact, that rust damage comes from, I don't know what's going on with this. Open. So, a bunch of vent pieces have been taken out. The vent pieces are missing from up there, all around. The ashtray was out, and the ashtray was sitting right where those rust marks are. So that rust mark's probably from another ashtray or something else that was there. This one doesn't look like it's rusting on the bottom, but this ashtray doesn't fit into the ashtray slot. So really weird. Cup holders behind the seats there. Okay, proper amount of gear shifts. This one's for gears 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this one's for 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 and 10. Kind of. I mean, this is 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and then 4 low. The 4 low gives you a lower range for these 5 gears, so it is kind of like having a 10-speed. Power curtains. It's an option that I haven't seen in the Delica before. Pretty common on other Japanese cars, but not on the Delica. Unfortunately, they don't work right now. The curtains are there, but the buttons don't do anything. Okay, high roof gives you lots of headroom. In fact, the low roof has enough headroom. The high roof, I guess, extra headroom. Missing the Exceed badge on both sides. Okay, so inside, this one here is the non-bench seat version. And it's the cold weather package, so it actually comes with 2 batteries. So that's cool. The seats seem to be in really good shape because they had the seat covers on. They look like they've been on there for a while. These seat covers probably have to go because they're old and stanky. So these seats go all the way up, all the way back, can turn 360 degrees. This is sticky. Comes with Georgia European black coffee. Ooh, no sugar. I'll put it there. Okay, and push the seat forward. Show you the back has the bench. The bench is a double fold style bench. It folds down and then can fold again up against the backs of these two. You get AC controls in the back here. So AC vents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as well as down there and down there. Lots of AC. These vans are just so cool. This one's going to need some cleaning up, but once clean, it's going to be in really nice shape. And into the trunk. Now these seats don't push forward. They fold down and fold up again, but you can't move them forward and then still function as seats. Comes with a burlap sack. A couple of really old belts that I wouldn't trust anymore. And then license plate bits. Okay, not much to say in there other than that's a strong smell. And sometimes when there's a strong smell in the car, people want to know exactly what that smell is, but it's hard for me to explain. It's a fusion smell of multiple different things, but it does smell like there was probably a dog in the car. It's not a cigarette smell, even though it has been smoked in. And so, gonna need a carpet extractor, like a rug doctor or something to clean that up. Okay, that is going to be it for the video here, so hope you enjoyed it. Here's a BMW 550. They live in this neighborhood. I love their 550. People who buy a 550 are cool because they don't want the M5, but they want the best 5 Series that's not the M5. And usually people don't do that. They go, I want a 5 Series, and then get the one with the dinky little engine. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. If you have any questions, post them in the comment section. Check out our website. There's a link to that in the description. So thanks a lot, and have a nice day.